If you're on a phone or tablet right now while you're listening to this episode, go to your app store and download the Couch to Active app. It really is the easiest way to listen to the podcast. Well, hey friends, today is, July 31st, the last day of July, and we are doing our end of the month top 10 tips that came out of the podcast. That's right, friends. If you go back and look at the podcasts, by the way, I'm Lynn Limburg, your bad couch guru. Hi. Okay, if you go back and look every month, we do a recap of the top 10 tips that came out of the podcast. These are not necessarily top 10 episodes. They're not necessarily the top 10 best things to do to get you in shape. These are specifically little nuggets and tips that came out of these episodes that'll help kind of motivate you to think about exercise in your life and how you can just enjoy it more and make it really more part of your active lifestyle. This is the best episode if you are looking and realizing, holy moly, this woman, Lynn Limburg, produces, 20 to 30 episodes every single month. At the end of the month, I recap the top 10 for you. So just look for top 10, go through, listen to them all. Okay, top 10 tips that came out of June. In order, tip number 10 is the minimum exercise recommendation. So we recapped that again, what the minimum exercise recommendations are. Most of you should know by now it's 150 minutes a week, 2 times of strength training. And we have a download on the homepage right now of the minimum exercise recommendations, and it's free. It'll help you get it dialed into your life. So minimum exercise recommendations, that's your baseline. Yes. Okay. Tip number 9, we talked about bathroom scales. This was the July 15th episode where we talked about bathroom scales and how they really have only been in homes for the last 100 years and how they've been marketed to women. And so I want you to think about bathroom scales in a very, very agnostic way. They're not good. They're not bad. I have to decide for myself how I'm going to or not going to use the bathroom scale. And I'm not going to let anybody else bully me into either throwing away my scale unless that's the right thing for me. And I'm not going to let anybody bully me into weighing myself every day unless that's the right thing for me. Bathroom scales. All right, number 8, Couch to 5K. So Couch to 5K, we talked about how that is different than Couch to Active. And the real nugget out of here is I give you some tips on how to be successful in a Couch to 5K program, even if you currently today get winded walking to the mailbox. So I talk about how to make that essentially like super couch to 5K transition. And really it's all about pacing it yourself. So, okay, number 7, we defined HIIT, HIIT, high intensity interval training. We talked about the fact that there's a lot of definitions for this, and basically the nutshell is high intensity interval training is you work hard for a little while and then you are easy. And then you work hard, easy, 30 seconds hard, 1 minute easy, 1 minute hard, 5 minutes easy. There's a million ways you can slice and dice HIIT. And for our Couch to Active purposes, we don't really care about dialing it in exactly. We only care about dialing it in exactly when we get to a very specific physical goal, like, making our jogging faster or something like that. So that's HIIT. We defined that. Number 6, talked about how having multiple options for exercise is super important to help keep exercise in your life. And I talked about how this month I hurt my foot and I didn't know what was happening with my foot. And I was going to do Couch to 5K mostly, but I switched it to kayaking mostly because I just really couldn't be on my foot. And as y'all know, I found out later I had a piece of glass in my foot for almost a whole week. So my foot's all better, but having that multiple options of being able to not say, oh, I can't because of my foot, because I had the multiple options, I was able to just dive into something else that I enjoyed. Okay, that was number 6. Number 5. This was based off of the episode on July 14th about beginning kayaking or Kayaking 101. The whole point and concept of this one was this. When you want to try something new, find out the easiest, I know this is crazy, the easiest, most enjoyable, most calm way to do it. Unless you're an adrenaline junkie, then go for that. The easiest way, don't worry about the exercise. So kayaking, we're like, don't worry about the exercise. Just find it easy, calm water with somebody who knows what they're doing that's not going to push you too hard. And here's the tip. So that your first experience is positive. That's so important because when your first experience is positive, you're going to be more likely to go back and do it again and again. Unlike when my first 3 whitewater rafting experiences were dreadful and one of them ended up in the ER. Yeah, don't want that. I still, 20 years later, don't like whitewater rafting because of it. So, okay, number 4, this goes along with it, how to quit dreading exercise so much. And it goes right along with looking at the other side of dread. And when you have exercise in your life you enjoy, I know I say this over and over and over again, exercise you enjoy. When you've got that, you'll quit dreading it so much. And so that's where I talked about what I did for 4th of July. I had some socially distanced friends with some socially distanced plans. And there was no dreading exercise because I was hanging with my friends and this is what we were doing. So think about what that could look like for you. All right. And number 3 is related to that, which is just make exercise easy by figuring out what works with you, for you. So for me, it's exercising with friends. For you, maybe it's having a personal trainer show up at your door. Could be a lot of different things, but it's making exercise easy. That's based off of July 7th episode. Okay, tip number 2. I love this one. It's based off of July 6th episode called Touch Nature. Friends, it's going to be a tough fall and it's going to be a tough winter. And I really think that getting out and touching nature, like just anything that's alive and growing every single day is important. And that doesn't mean you need to go out, into the woods every day. No. Maybe you have a house plant and you just touch your house plant, but something where we're physically touching nature every day. And tip number 1 is I am a couch potato. The tip is the body wants to conserve energy. And that is nature and how we're built. So the body is always going to want to pull you onto the couch, help you relax, help you just do less physically. That's what human beings do. And so recognize that when you see that in yourself, you're just normal like the rest of us. And that's why I'm pretty public. I'm a couch potato. I still get out and exercise. I still do my exercise, but man, that pull to stay at home, it really doesn't change. And that's why it's so difficult. That's why so many people fail at it, because they rely too much on just grit and self-discipline, which is, we know, limited. So yes, your body wants to conserve energy, totally normal, totally natural. And we're going to work together to figure out how to get us past that. Whoo-wee. Okay, that's our top 10 for June. And in just a few moments, I am going to also publish our July planning episode. That's right, guys. 3 episodes today. Yee! All right. Have a good day or a few minutes, and I'll see you in a few more minutes. Bye-bye. Head on over to couch2active.com. Check out what the freebie is on the front page. And did you know that in one meeting, I can get you dialed in to a month's worth of exercise? Check it out on couch2active.com.